So that must have been a heck of a training ground for you, because as you progressed through your career, you later formed the Spanish Harlem Orchestra. Kind of tell us how you kind of started that and what was the inspiration behind it.
Well, I say that Ray Barretto's band, with the Fuerza Gigante, which is Giant Force Band, as they were known, was a precursor for what I'm doing today with Spanish Harlem Orchestra. Spanish Harlem Orchestra was started in the year 2000. It was based on a project by a music producer who wasn't a musician, but he was a music producer, came to me with the idea of doing a record for Warner Brothers at the time of this certain concept. And the record was put on the shelf for a year and a half, then it was subsequently released on a small label, and it got nominated for a Grammy. And then from that point on, it basically gave me my mission, in life, to basically put my own stamp in terms of my mind, in terms of my heart, my passion, to what our music is, especially with respect to the incredible legacy and incredible history that it comes from. So much like, great jazz that's steeped in tradition of people like, Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker, just to name a few, Bud Powell, so many incredible musicians, that were part of the evolution of history. Same thing with Latin music. And I was fortunate in those years to play with so many people. And that's part and parcel of what we do with Spanish Harlem Orchestra. We have our feet planted firmly in the ground with, 2018, but, with a huge obligation to keep that tradition alive and well, and at the same time with an eye towards the future. So I feel honored to now with Spanish Harlem Orchestra be celebrating our 15th year with the new CD that just came out day before yesterday, titled Anniversary. I'm really excited and proud to put that forth into the world. So, and we did it again. The feedback that I've gotten from people across the board saying, "Wow, the CD sounds amazing." And I know already, because I've been doing it with a lot of great people, and I think I know what good music sounds like. So I love the stuff that we do. Comes from my heart, man.
Well, that's the best the music to listen to. The stuff that's coming filled with emotion that is very close to the composer. That has the band itself been something that has it lived up to what you initially thought it would be, or is it kind of still a working process for you?
Well, you know what? I had no preconceived notions when we started the band. I was basing it on the success of the first record, right, which got nominated for a Grammy. Then I put the band together, and we started getting work, and we started traveling. Little by little, we started building a reputation as being really good at what we do. And then the second record won the Grammy. So that cemented, it was, my future was then cemented in terms of what I need to be doing, where I want to be. And like I said, it's developed along the way, but there's a thread that of integrity and of quality, and with a respect to the history that's part of all our records, including this, sixth one that we just released. And I feel very much, obligated and responsible to having that integrity as part of what we do, with Spanish Harlem Orchestra, whether it be a live performance or whether it be, one of our recordings. So I can listen back to all the recordings that we did, and a smile comes to my face, because I love them all. I think they're really based, on great music. We choose great songs, we choose great arrangers and great arrangements, and we have great musicians. So you can't fail with those, with all those things in place.
Yeah, and speaking of the great music, in particular, those awards that you won were for Best Salsa Album and Best Tropical Latin Album. So congratulations to those, and to the release of the new CD as well.
Well, thank you. We're honored to, and the beauty of it is that we've been taking our music all over the world. The band has traveled all over the world and has garnered, critical acclaim wherever we've played, from Carnegie Hall to the Sydney Opera House in Australia, to Russia, to Israel, to all the countries in Europe, not to mention all the great performing arts centers and jazz festivals here as well as Europe. So we're honored to put the music in motion, with all our live performances in front of a live audience. And it's pretty cool. For those people who don't know, just check out YouTube. You can see us performing in such places as France, Italy, Russia, wherever you want, and there's really good quality stuff there.
Well, I'm sure we'll all run to do that, and I would definitely be doing that, and I did it a little bit before the interview as well. Is there any place, just kind of one more question on this line, is there any place you'd like to see the band go musically that you guys haven't been able to do as of yet?
Well, let me see. You mean to travel to?
No, necessarily from a musical perspective. Like, yeah.
Well, you know, I tell people that, you know, Spanish Harlem Orchestra is not based on being the flavor of the month or the flavor of the year or the flavor of the week. You know, it's music that's timeless, I feel. And the same thing with any good music. I mean, you could go back and listen to any great jazz record and it's timeless. You know, the quality's there and it's you can't change that. So for me, I think just to keep exposing our music to people who are not aware of it and exposing it to live audiences, because we get that reaction when we perform live sometimes, people who are seeing us for the first time. And I'm there signing CDs at the end, and the reaction I get is like, wow, I wasn't aware, you guys. It's amazing. The music is incredible. So that's worth its weight in gold for me, you know, the reaction of the people when they see the band live. And I just basically probably to keep expanding our fan base.
Vaya Marquibiri, Rey, vamos para el barrio.
Vaya Carlito, así se vive.
Ya llegó el viernes, me voy de fiesta, estoy contento. Voy para el barrio que esa es la esquina del vacilón. Y por las calles se escucha el eco de 1000 canciones. Así se vive y así se goza aquí en Nueva York. Aquí se olvidan todas las penas y las tristezas, porque en el barrio siempre una rumba puedes bailar. Con un tabaco y un par de cueros, oye rumbero, toca esos cueros, pa' que no muera y no se pierda.